No one expected that after so many years of going their separate ways on screen, Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson would once again stir up the online community. Collision. It all started with a small detail, but enough to make 50 Shades fans detect a special signal. In a recent interview, Jamie suddenly mentioned Dakota with warm eyes and a smile that was hard to hide. Immediately, social networks exploded. Does he still have feelings for her? Smiling face. Fire, chemistry, never stops. The two once created one of the hottest couples on Hollywood screens. But what touched fans was the way Jamie talked about her old co-star, full of respect, gentleness, and a bit of nostalgia. Dakota, on the other hand, secretly liked an old post about 50 Shades, a small action, but made fans restless. Dizzy, what do fans say? On Twitter and Instagram, thousands of comments spread. Are they getting back together again? Jamie and Dakota have an unbreakable bond. That flame has never died. Although no one has officially spoken out, the atmosphere between them seems to have changed, gentle, warm, and very familiar. Could this be the beginning of a new chapter between the two stars who once captivated the world? Revolving hearts. Revolving hearts. The evidence is getting clearer. Are Jamie and Dakota back together? After netizens discovered a series of strange signs, it seems that everything is no longer a coincidence. According to a source close to the film industry, Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson recently appeared together at a private party in Los Angeles, where only close friends and a few Universal Pictures producers were present. A witness revealed. They talked very naturally. Jamie always looked at Dakota with gentle eyes. The atmosphere between the two was really special. Rose. Movie camera is a new project being launched? Rumors spread quickly that the film studio is considering a romantic psychological project that would reunite Jamie and Dakota after nearly a decade since 50 Shades Freed. Although neither has confirmed it, Dakota hinted in a recent interview. There are co-stars that you can't forget, no matter how much time passes. That statement made fans everywhere burst, because everyone knew who she was referring to. Dizzy. Fire. The online community went crazy. Millions of comments, hashtags and videos analyzing their eyes. Smiles flooded TikTok, Twitter and Instagram. One fan commented, "If they really reunite, it will be the biggest gift for 50 Shades fans." Many fans even recreated old moments of Jamie and Dakota, juxtaposed with new images, and the similarities are unbelievable. Sparkling heart. Love doesn't die, just sleeps. Perhaps between Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson, that flame has never died, just waiting for a small breeze to ignite again. And this time, Hollywood may witness a reunion that is both sweet and emotional that everyone is looking forward to. Crescent moon. Jamie Dornan, the confession that silenced the world. No one expected that. In a special interview with Vanity Fair magazine, Jamie Dornan revealed an emotional moment when mentioning Dakota Johnson. He pondered for a moment, then smiled slightly. There are people who come into your life, leaving a mark that no one can erase. Rose. That sentence immediately caused a global storm. Social networks exploded with hundreds of thousands of comments. Many people were sure that Jamie was talking about Dakota, the co-star who had been with him throughout the 50 Shades journey. Sparkles. The eyes speak for themselves. When the reporter asked more about their current relationship, Jamie just gently replied, "We still keep in touch. Dakota is always special." Without saying much, his eyes at that time made fans fall in love. The emotion was genuine, gentle, yet profound, as if Christian Grey had never left Anastasia Steele's side. Clapperboard. Dakota couldn't hide her emotions either. Just a few days later, Dakota Johnson was spotted at the premiere of her new film, and when reporters asked about Jamie, she just smiled. "He always makes me proud." That moment quickly became a million-view clip on TikTok. That smile, warm, gentle, with a hint of nostalgia, melted the fan community. Revolving Hearts Hollywood whispers. Some sources say Jamie and Dakota are considering collaborating on a mature, emotional film project that bears the mark of both of them. If that's true, this will be the greatest comeback of an on-screen couple this decade, not just because of their charisma, but also because of their unspoken feelings. Dakota Johnson burst into tears when hearing Jamie Dornan talk about her. The whole studio fell silent. The atmosphere at the studio during the recording of the Hollywood Roundtable's special that day suddenly became quiet when Jamie Dornan was asked about the co-star who changed his perspective on love and art. He was silent for a few seconds, his eyes distant, then softly said, "She is the one who made me believe in real emotions on screen. With Dakota, I don't need to act. Everything is real, Rose." That moment made the whole studio fall silent. The camera turned to Dakota Johnson, who was sitting in the audience, quietly wiping away tears. A tear fell, gently but containing thousands of unspoken emotions. Movie camera emotions that cannot be hidden. Right after the show, behind the scenes, an unaired clip was spread, recording the scene where Jamie approached and gently hugged Dakota. He whispered something, and she only responded with a trembling smile. The audience around shared. No words needed, just that look and that hug. Everyone understood what they were to each other. Dizzy global fans were moved. The online community exploded. From TikTok to Twitter, from Hollywood to Asia, everyone mentioned that moment. A fan wrote, "They don't need to reunite on film, because in the hearts of fans, they have never been apart." The hashtag Jamie and Dakota forever quickly climbed to the top of the global trending list after just 1 hour. Crescent Moon, a connection that transcends time. Amid hundreds of lights, camera sounds, applause, only 2 people remained who had created the legend of 50 Shades together. And when Dakota walked away after the recording, she turned around slightly, smiled. That smile, Jamie responded with a look that said, "We are still here, just in another chapter." Late night behind the scenes, Jamie Dornan quietly visits Dakota Johnson, reveals conversation that melts fans. After the emotional filming, when all the lights were off and the crew left, Jamie Dornan lingered in the studio parking lot. A source close to him revealed that he waited for Dakota Johnson to leave, holding a small bouquet of flowers, nothing flashy, just a few white roses mixed with lavender. The flower that Dakota once said, always made her feel at peace. Rose. Around midnight, Dakota walked out. She was a little surprised to see Jamie still standing there, his eyes gentle, a little confused but full of sincerity. He whispered, "I don't want to end this evening without saying a word from my heart." Revolving Hearts, a conversation between just the 2 of them. They sat in a small car together, no paparazzi, no stage lights. According to the source, Jamie admitted, "I never really forgot you. Every time I act with someone else, I remember the look in your eyes." Dakota was silent for a long time, then softly replied, her voice choked, "Me too, Jamie, but maybe the precious thing is that we still understand each other, even without saying much." At that moment, the 2 just sat still, no one said anything more. But their eyes said it all: love, longing, and a little regret. Milky Way. The next morning, evidence spread all over social networks. A fan accidentally caught Jamie's car leaving Dakota's house early in the morning. The online community exploded with countless theories. They reunited. Jamie said what he kept hidden for years. Maybe true love never disappears, just waiting for the right time to return. Dizzy, a new chapter is opening? Amidst the rumors, both Jamie and Dakota have remained silent. But fans believe that silence is the answer, gentle, mature, and full of emotion. Because sometimes, love doesn't need to be announced, it just needs to be felt with the heart. Sparkling Heart. The next morning, Dakota Johnson appeared with a strange smile. Fans believed Jamie Dornan had stayed all night. That morning in Los Angeles was strangely peaceful. Paparazzi captured the moment Dakota Johnson stepped out of the house, her hair tied loosely, her white shirt slightly wrinkled, her hand holding a familiar cup of coffee. But what caught everyone's attention was not her outfit, but the very different smile on her face. Rose. A gentle, happy smile, and sparkling eyes as if she had just experienced an emotional night. Camera with flash details that made fans restless. On Dakota's hand, people discovered a silver men's watch, the model that Jamie Dornan often wore in many recent interviews. Fans quickly realized it was the fateful watch that Jamie had given Dakota many years ago during the filming of 50 Shades. The online community went crazy. She's wearing Jamie's keepsake again. Nobody smiles like that after a normal night out. Fire Jamie appears a few hours later. Around midday, Jamie Dornan was spotted leaving Beverly Hills, looking casual, wearing sunglasses, and, coincidentally, without his usual watch. He smiled when asked about Dakota, simply saying, "She always makes my day better." Dizzy fans believe in their new chapter. The former couple is making waves in Hollywood. Major newspapers such as People, E! News and Daily Mail have all published signs of love rekindled. One editor commented, "If this isn't love again, then it's not destiny." Sparkling heart, a look, a souvenir, a smile, enough to say they still belong together.